going on, YouTube family? You with the messenger about to call it a night. I wanted to talk with the American people and give you a conscious closure. The conscious closure is going to consist sincerely as a sincere response to the whole situation. I'm sure TYT and the Damage Report and every other progressive that I follow has done this already. But I'm speaking specifically to maybe artists, musicians, of course, out of work, anybody out of work, having to worry about putting their mortgage up for a coronavirus test. Instead of saying don't believe the hype, I'm saying be cautious of the hype. Yes, it's a serious illness, but the objectives behind it, to say to America, be very cautious of these objectives. Throughout all of my information, I pause in both of these phones, and what they're all leading to, including AOC. I'm not saying anything bad about her, but I'm saying everybody has an objective. We have objectives when we go into the workplace. Who's about to get fired? What's up with them hours? What's up with a raise? Intentions, objectives, considerations, whatever you want to call them. They have them too. But the levels of the objectives are different, and how they're handling the outcome is objectified. I'm sorry, America, it's objectified. Whether it's 30 days to slow the spread, that was 30 days to round up the lies to tell the American people when they were going to extend it. The slush fund, Pelosi, Schumer, and Donald Trump possibly throwing money in the air, going ha ha ha, we killed American people, we're great people, we're on the top of the game, we're at the top. So the message also is included in the video. If I could say one thing to any of them in the real world, it would be, what are your objectives? Pelosi, Schumer, Trump. I want to know the objectives of as every other American citizen in this country. What is your objectives of Spygate? Your little fucking executive order to overreach the government, to go straight to Senate, to spy on the American people because of their origin, because of their ethnicity, because, they're Mexican, or whatever objective this president has to completely control the country, asshole to elbow. I understand law and order must be the order of the day. I understand that, America. That's not what we're disputing at Third on Knowledge. What we're disputing is the unnecessary, the over the top. You're taking away the future from every child in this country. All this money we could have spent on rebuilding universities and public school systems, possibly paying, for the example I've set in this video before, about possibly paying students to help them set up accounts so when they graduate they have something to work with, whether they go into a trade school or a university. But no, that's not American, that's not capitalism. That's opportunism, that's progressive, that's something that they don't tolerate. But you have every right to break into my web browser, check out my credit card history, or look at my upbringing, or whatever the government chooses to do, because I'll look a different ethnicity. So you're just gonna jump to it, or if you guys in Washington see these videos, you have every right to check my web browser, because I called it said that Trump is the intelligence of a kitchen faucet. The countless administrations that I've received, either to change this or change that, and I'm still refusing to do it because the American people need blunt truth and honesty from whoever is giving them information. So the message lies within the video, America. It goes straight to Washington. Every video I do, because at the end of the day, we keep ringing their chimes and people keep showing up with different thinking mentality. They're going to maybe either one, they'll get intimidated. And if they try to crack down harder, we fight harder back. This time was coming at the end of the Reagan era, where we still had Reaganites trying to run for president. And then none of you realized that Obama was going to do something like that. After everything we've been through the past 20 years, you didn't think Obama was going to open the gate or kick the door in to investigate the American people? They all have objectives in America. You need to remember that at the end of the day, every single one of them and every single move they make, whether it's in Washington or a medical facility or a police station, like tonight in one of the counties out in Florida, the sheriff is standing in front of a junkie's house saying, if you choose to do this, that, or next thing, and you need to become an adult and be a productive member of society. So to that police officer, I have this to say exactly to this police officer. They took that right away from us. We can't be a productive member of society if we can't even get our kid to put a mask on, or we can't get it, or some of us can't, or some of you can't get them. You don't have a mask, you can't be a productive member of society. That's how it's gone down in this country for 2 months. Not that I'm saying that they're not necessary. What I'm saying is some statements have to change. The language has to change. Social distancing should be an order of the day for the children to learn. Tell them to learn those words. Everybody's barking and claiming and screaming they want a new world, but they won't change the language. Change your words. Change your thinking. Instead of Trump wanting to put a seat between, spread them apart at large gatherings, in places of public function, whether it's entertainment or sports. Instead of putting 2 seats apart, he still wants 1. That's not progression. That's conservative. That's being afraid of change with what the American people don't need. Oh, third eye, why don't you cover economics? Because economics is not my game. Everything we do is a game. It's just, will your idea work in their table? Will it work on that board? That's what it is at Third Eye. It's uplifting. And it's raw, honest truth. And the truth is, let's go over it. Number 1, if we're not ready for a new world, we're never going to progress. Certain things within the American language or any other language around the world, this goes for everyone else too. Change your language. Find a new way to greet one another. Things have to change. Well, let's do Zoom in public schools. We need human beings. We need to interact. It's in our nature. If our children, the future men and women of this country, are not allowed to socialize, how are we going to progress? You need socialization. You have to have people. You can't function being locked in a house. You can't function being locked in a box. What makes you think these children can function being locked in a home? See, America, we can implement the new world with traditional human interaction. But until our leaders are ready to progress, make changes, we're never going to get anywhere. And all this is for nothing. And if your leaders don't want to do it, you do it first. So I encourage the American people at the end of this video, break a few rules. Break a few rules, get your leadership's attention. And demand you want progression. Demand that you want honesty. Or we'll give them fucking hell on earth in return. You have to get angry first. You have to get angry and say, fuck this. Where's my phone? Where's my camera? Where's my mic? Where's my tools? If you're an MC, rap about something. If you're a musician, play something. Stop stealing from John Lennon, you motherfuckers. Imagine was a dream. This is a reality. God is a concept. I'll quote him. God is a concept in which we measure our pain. How angry and full of pain are you? That's how angry and fucking full of pain I am. I've talked about them taking him to the grassy knoll in Washington. I told the president on Facebook I hope he kills himself with hydroxychloroquine. They'll come knocking and banging on my shit soon. And I'm gonna come knocking and banging back. So I encourage the American people tonight. How angry are you? Break a few fucking rules. You have to start demanding what you want in your country before the 1% take it from you and leave you to starve and leave you to die. Peace and love.